Dude, the Vision Pro was always like a meme. It was popping off for like a solid like 2 weeks and then it just disappeared. So this video is talking about is the catastrophic failure of the Vision Pro canceled. Interesting. Were they like fucking like $800?
The Vision Pro was gonna be the new iPhone. It was Tim Cook's master plan to take control of the world and begin a new era of virtual reality. Everybody was talking about it, buying in, excited to see what this future technological revolution would look like. But
bro, the amount of videos I saw of people on New York subways wearing this shit was fucking, it was ridiculous. It's like, well, why? What is it with New York fucking sub? Like, oh, you're going on a little fucking subway and you gotta, fucking plug into the Matrix? Okay.
then fast forward a year and Apple has admitted the entire thing was a giant failure, with the company now planning to completely discontinue the product. So how could this even happen? What went so horribly wrong? And why does nobody care about the Vision Pro anymore?
I wonder if he's going to talk about the competition in the market, because I feel like the technology, like the idea is there. We're going to get to the day where AR goggles are like embedded in our like everyday lives. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get to holograms before then. I don't fucking know. But some kind of a version of AR where we're merging even more with machines, right? We always carry our fucking phones on us. But yeah, it's gonna happen. It's just the technology isn't there right now. So it'll be interesting to see if he mentions other products and maybe there's a superior one. I don't fucking know. I don't use AR goggles.
Well, it quickly became apparent that once the novelty of the product wore off, it turned out that this new feature was just a farce from the get-go.
Now I don't use it every day anymore.
Yeah, I saw his video. It went ham.
And it's really, there's just not that many apps.
Also, like the little, like they have like digital eyes on them. It made it really odd looking.
Every time I see a new article about a couple new apps that came out, I would read that and be like, is there something else I can do? Because right now, not a lot.
Now, as we all know, Apple has always marketed itself as a luxury brand.
You know what's crazy too? The fucking new iPhones are exactly the same as last generation. I don't know what's happening with Apple right now, but their focus doesn't seem to be on their products.
It targets customers.
That might be a bad thing for us. Not just because we're not getting good products, because just put a tinfoil hat on and think, what would they have their mind on if they're not trying to advance their products? What could it be? Comment down with your guesses down below.
Who are willing to spend more on high quality, beautifully crafted and fashionable products. And they're usually worth it, be it the stylish iPhone, the portable iPad, or the stunning MacBook. Apple has established itself as a brand that offers devices that integrate advanced technology with a satisfying user interface, all pioneered by Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. All of this together justified a premium price tag and assured customers that what they were paying for was...
I said $800. I thought $800 was pricey. That was $3,500.
completely worth it. But unfortunately for Apple users, the functionality and design of the Vision Pro was never worth the cost. And that's exactly why those who bought the headset felt justifiably let down. The hefty price tag of $3,499 should have guaranteed that the Vision Pro would outdo most of their other products.
Of course.
When you raise the bar, you have
it's a fucking computer
standard to meet. However, it seemed Apple had forgotten to see if the product met the standards its consumers expected, especially compared to much cheaper versions like the Meta Quest and the new Ray-Ban Meta glasses. And this oversight had a much more damaging effect than they ever expected. The price of the Vision Pro could buy you a 16-inch M3 Max MacBook Pro with 36GB of RAM and 1TB of storage.
Put this in perspective, I have a very good computer. In my opinion, it's a laptop, and I paid about $2,400 for it. It's not a it's the Glacier or something. I forgot. It's a Windows. It's a Lenovo, so it's a great computer. But yeah, this is absurd, bro.
MacBook would not only provide 10 times more features, but it will last you a lifetime and provide you with everything you need. There's no comparison. A MacBook just wins hands down in practicality, features, and specs. And if you gave most people the option, they would choose the MacBook. Whereas the Vision Pro
the only thing I could think of is like the ability to have as many monitors as you want. That is a cool feature because it doesn't take up any space at all. So if you don't have like a big apartment or big house or whatever it is you live in, a big box, who fuck knows? Maybe you spend all your money on a fucking pair of AR goggles. Crazy, but I'm not here to judge, right? I'm here to observe. But yeah, that is a cool feature where you can have like unlimited monitors, unlimited space to look at.
seems like more of a gimmick these days. And although the MacBook can't match the Vision Pro's capabilities, the Vision Pro's many shortcomings are leading to rumors that Apple will discontinue the product. Because
also the fact that you get to walk around with a fucking battery pack is ridiculous. Who wants to do that?
Nobody seems to really be buying it. And whilst it is a hefty price tag, the pricing just doesn't match the features here. There were only about 12 compatible apps compared to the 3,000 apps on the iPad released in April 2010.
Wow. So the Apple Watch has more apps than the okay.
Of the 12 compatible apps, it did not feature Netflix or even Spotify, which meant right off the bat it had limited to no means of access to the most popular platforms.
That's so stupid, because I know a lot of people that would want to watch Netflix through goggles. That would make sense. Like, you should have every single streaming platform on there, obviously.
And the main thing with all of this augmented virtual reality stuff is that you're supposed to be hooked in. You never want to leave. You never want to escape the universe you find yourself in. It's supposed to be the ultimate feeling of dopamine, where everything you look, you're constantly wired in, always stimulated.
That would be fucking weird. Walking around and you like randomly, like, it just like pins like, oh, this is who so-and-so. This is their full name. This is their Instagram @ This is their Twitter @. That would be creepy, bro.
Playing games while you walk on the street. Being in the cinema while you're on an aeroplane. This was the whole point of the Vision Pro, and it's why we made several videos talking about how this was such a bad idea to begin with. But as there's no real compatible apps, it means right off the bat, the Vision Pro had limited to no means of access to the most popular platforms, which leaves you with kind of just nothing. Only a select few apps that's almost guaranteed to leave a sense of anticlimax. I mean, the pricing's bad enough, and the fact that there's not even many reasons to be in this virtual world for long, with barely any overstimulation, combined with the fact that the Vision Pro only has 2 hours of battery life, it just...
Also, the business model is a little weird, because like with the MetaQuest, at least Facebook has like the metaverse. I haven't kept up with how good that's going. I doubt it's going good at all. But like... they're trying to push that, right? Or at least they were. I don't know, maybe they stopped. I could be wrong. Comment down below, fact check me. But with that, you know, they're pushing a service for the it makes more sense. The business model just seems, it's just basic logic, right? You should push something like that. Just having a couple apps doesn't cut it. You need to have some reason that you need to buy this product, especially if it's supposed to be a high-end luxurious item, unless it's like a collector's edition, which now, if they're discontinuing them, they are collector's editions.
It feels like Apple wanted this product to fail. The battery is attached to the device and not only presents itself in a flimsy, unstable manner, but also contributes to its weight.
It's clunky looking.
The position and size of the battery gives the impression that not much thought went into this. It hangs so awkwardly, and if anyone turns too fast, you might be met with some battery bashing. Yes, you can put it in your pocket, but accidentally sitting on it might be an expensive lesson. It should have been made much more...
There's a reason people like AirPods. There's a reason people like wireless headphones. It's because they wanted to get away from the wire. Now people might think, you know, you might get brain cancer or whatever the fuck. You know, that's why I got these. But who the fuck knows, right? I'm not a goddamn scientist. But there is a reason why these wireless headphones went off so well. So yeah, having it not wireless kind of seems stupid. Now, I'm guessing you can't unhook the wire temporarily for like an hour or something, which ideally you should be able to do.
Sturdy fitting on the device, and you think that despite all of these issues, Apple would at least try to ensure that the headsets actually sit on people's faces properly, but they didn't even do that right.
Nope.
Initially, the Vision Pro was meant to be released with a solo knit band with an adjustable dial that would offer a great fit and distribute weight evenly, but they opted for the dual loop band, which doesn't cover your head properly or even distribute the weight. Vision Pro's
I heard it's like very top or front heavy.
Weigh about 600 to 650 grams, which you should start to feel under the rise after wearing the headset for a short time. Of course, this will lead to bruising and pain if not lifted and shifted to ease the discomfort.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Like when I wear my overhead earphones back in the day before I had these, dude, I would fucking get like an indentation in my fucking skull from just the band itself. And you know, you sometimes get ear pain if you had a pair of headphones that didn't fit right. Imagining it having fucking like a lot more weight on it, oof. And it's also sitting on your nose, and that sounds very uncomfortable.
The headband is all around you, and it's just more of a bother rather than a benefit. Now, it is actually possible to buy the original solo knit band Apple designed, but who wants to pour
$100 fucking
more money into a product that already cost a small fortune. It's crazy the design team never took the comfort of the product into account in the cost. It just feels like Apple is trying to get as much money as possible at the expense of its consumers. And at the same time, this is far from the experience machine. It's ultimately just a boring augmented reality that there's not much even to do there anyway. All of this for reportedly produced headaches, migraines, and some neck pain.
Black eye is fucking crazy. I want to see some photos of that. That's insane.
It just doesn't seem like there's any practical use for this in the long term. It seems more like a toy for rich people to buy that after a week, they would never use again.
Bro, the hoverboards are a better invention than this.
But before we continue, I want to tell you about our video sponsor. You see, the most exciting thing about Cyber Monday is getting an amazing deal you wouldn't normally get. Except, but for you're looking for the perfect pair of earbuds.
The beautiful thing about Raycons is pretty much they're 50% off the competing brands, right? So now they're having a sale, so they're even more. It's 30% off of that. That's nice.
With an amazing favorite code. Need to show the ready will come with minutes. It's a 30-day use was never hours. A lot of you can watch movies, and with a battery of 2 hours /Moon YT.
There you go. If you want to go get you some Raycon, some wireless earbuds, go get them
for up to 30% off site-wide. And with a battery of 2 hours, it seems like long-term use was never even possible. You can watch movies in 2D, but let's face it, most great movies are longer than 2 hours. A lot of users even reported some motion sickness from the visuals. If you intend to do your work with the Vision Pro, it takes time to get used to all the features. 2 hours at a time, of course. And once you get into the swing of
this business model doesn't make sense at all. You have a product that's way more expensive than any competitors. It's supposed to be a luxury item because of that price. You only have like 15 apps for the fucking headset. It causes fucking black eyes, headaches, and fucking eye strain. Its weight is fucking clunky. You have a battery literally in your fucking pocket. This doesn't make sense at all. You don't even have like a metaverse type reason to even get the goggles in the first place. Let alone fucking Netflix. Like, what
things
are we
you will
doing?
need a 1.5 hour break every 2 hours to recharge the battery. You could buy another battery at an extra cost and keep swapping them out, but it just seems so impractical for long-term use.
I'll invest in AR once we get to fucking Sword Art Online levels without the kill switch. You know what I mean? You can get out of that motherfucker easily.
And who wants to carry another battery around? And even if you did buy the Vision Pro, you have to do a personalized facial scan to see which of the 28 different light seals work for the new Vision Pro owner. If this isn't done, it can impact the comfort level and the amount of light leaks that can interfere with eye tracking. Now, the obvious problem here is that it indicates that the Vision Pro is set up for one user only. Guests can use it, but they have very limited access, which could disrupt the settings. And while the Vision Pro does cater to FaceTime, a call won't connect to the headset automatically. It shows that the team overthought the practical uses and didn't even bother with certain features. FaceTime being one of the most critical. However, the design may be intimidating to use casually because of its exorbitant cost and fragility. Although the magnetic light blocking attachment is high quality, its general fragility raises concerns. If the Vision Pro is used during activities or handled by someone unfamiliar with its parts, poses a high risk. People walk into walls and doors distracted by the images, and one wrong move can damage the parts, and this would be an insanely costly repair. The keyboard also doesn't support alternative languages, so if you're not an English speaker or perhaps you want to change to your native language, this isn't actually an option on the Vision Pro. Now, to be fair, this is probably why the Vision Pro isn't sold everywhere in the world, so the chances are most people don't even have the option to buy one. However, Apple does sell the Vision Pro in Japan, China, Hong Kong, and Singapore. The headset not catering to the language is a huge oversight. These basic fundamental functions were left off, and for the price, it just seems so unjust. As when it comes to Apple, consumers never expect them to cut corners, but unfortunately Tim Cook's new Vision Pro, the thing that was supposed to be the new iPhone, couldn't even provide a good experience with the audio without the users having to buy another product. While it does deliver good sound, it fails to block background noise. To get a better experience, one would need to add a set of Apple's newest versions of AirPods. Another big expense.
Are you fucking kidding me?
To a better product that should have been factored in originally. And of course, the Vision Pro is only compatible with other Apple products, which might be fine if you're already an Apple user. However, if this is your first Apple product, you'll inevitably face challenges and disappointments.
Well, you just gotta go buy more Apple shit.
Ordering the Vision Pro online can only be done via an Apple device unless you physically buy the product yourself from the Apple Store. And on top of that, there's also no USB to a computer, which again seems like a huge oversight since
Bro, how? So you can't even use this thing for like AR gaming?
Most of us invariably need to transfer data at some point. In fact, that's one of the main selling points in all of the adverts. Even when connecting it to the MacBook, the AirDrop will stop working as soon as you remove the Vision Pro, which means you just keep it on your face until the task is completed.
Okay.
Even the eye tracking has issues. Selecting icons and hyperlinks can be tricky, and if incorrectly applied, it's such a frustrating experience. If you move the window up, you ironically roll your eyes as you go too far for what the device can cater to. If the Vision Pro is not fitted correctly, you can also reduce the device's calibration. Resetting the calibration requires way too many steps, and Apple didn't factor quick fixes into the Vision Pro's visual aids. Which is why it's no wonder that it seems like Apple is going to discontinue the Vision Pro completely, as it's just such a subpar product, and yet it's basically their most expensive product. All for a bulky, uncomfortable, not easy to use, augmented reality machine that's almost 10 times the product of their competitor, the Meta.
I'm not surprised. Who plays AR games? Like, let's be real. Like, I don't understand why we have like AR. We have an AR fucking Game of the Year award. Like, who even fucking plays this shit, bro? Well, who plays this shit? There's other awards that we could be giving out at the Game Awards. Like, the only games I've ever been interested in playing in AR are fucking like Star Wars games. That's pretty much it. Like, I couldn't imagine playing anything else. Like Halo would be a lot of fun. Like my favorite games would be fun to play in AR for sure, but it's a gimmick. It's not something I'm gonna want to do all the time. It's just, let me try this game out on AR, see how it is, you know?
It's a Quest, but at least you can.
And also, it doesn't seem like you can play games on this. He didn't mention it once.
You can wear it while traveling,
Which
right?
is wild. If you only have 15 apps, you probably can't play it.
You can watch movies, go into different universes, plug in and drop out. That was the main point of the Vision Pro.
Yeah.
It was the main issue of our concerns in our previous videos on the product.
But if you have to buy AirPods to get better audio, that's fucking crazy.
It's the ultimate distraction machine, and yet the Vision Pro doesn't even seem practical for traveling. One of the key selling points in the advert, as you can't put the Vision Pro in your travel bag and think it will be safely tucked in. In reality, it just becomes an awkward and inconvenient experience, and the components are so fragile and not worth the risk of breaking in your travel bag.
But also leave it at home.
So who wants to wear the Vision Pro in public? There are a bunch of videos and TikToks going viral, showing people with their Vision Pros plugged into a different world while they were on public transport. And yet suddenly it seems like these videos have completely stopped. If you go outside, you almost see nobody wearing.
This happened for like a solid 2 weeks after they came out, and that's it.
It anymore. People wore it for a very brief time as almost a gimmick, but now it seems to be completely nowhere. Undoubtedly because you stick out like a...
people were wearing them around like people wear those, remember those big red boots that look like Mario boots? I think they're like Balenciaga or some random ass bullshit brand that is overpriced for fucking no reason, and rich people don't even fucking buy it. But yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like a gimmick to get attention, right?
Sore thumb in the public eye, and almost seemed like a complete weirdo who needs to be overstimulated at all times. And of course, compared to Meta's Ray-Ban glasses, you just draw so much attention to yourself. This isn't like wearing a pair of glasses. At least with Meta's Ray-Ban glasses, it's almost indistinguishable from normal glasses. And this is the key issue that Apple is facing right now. The Vision Pro stepped into the virtual reality and augmented reality sector already under Meta's dominance. Meta's Quest range,
I wonder why that is,
just secured a position with budget-friendly and user-friendly gadgets.
Look at that, $300, the price of a fucking Xbox Series S. Wow. Smart guy, whoever's working there.
The Vision Pro's emphasis on premium attributes isolated the general user base, pitting it against significantly more economical and user-friendly alternatives. And customers started dropping their Vision Pro and selling it once they realized there was really nothing they could even do with it. So what does Apple have to say about this? Well, Apple first projected that about 800,000 Vision Pros would sell out within a year. However, the low production yields and supply chain issues meant Apple could not even meet its own projections. By the time they'd sorted out these issues, the Vision Pro didn't quite have the same sway on buyers, and most people had already moved on from the gimmick, and the customers that did buy it continued to complain, which led Apple to drop their projections to 400,000. One employee said they had suspended production of the Vision Pro components in May, and now production is expected to come to a complete...
I'm guessing it has to do with like computer chips, maybe from Taiwan or something. I don't know exactly. If you know what the manufacturing shortage was, let me know down below, but we did have a huge computer chip shortage that was, it was, but that was more like 2021. I thought we got back on pace.
stop by the end of November in 2024. CEO Tim Cook said that not everyone would take the new Apple innovation into their hearts, and he further explained that it was more of an early adopter product, meaning it was aimed at customers who wanted technology ahead of its time. And while this hasn't slowed Apple down, they are now deciding to hold off on the second generation of the model for a year, as they intend to release a cheaper, more advanced model in 2027.
Cheaper and more advanced. Wow. Interesting.
And even aim to produce computer contacts in 2030. But it's almost a good
computer contacts? What the fuck? What kind of maniac would put a computer in their eye? You're gonna put a computer in your body? You might as well go get Neuralink. Like, that is crazy. And I don't know if you've ever tried to take contacts out. It's not fun. Reaching into your eyeball and grabbing this little flimsy layer that's protecting your finger from your eyeball and pulling it off, it's not an enjoyable experience, I'll tell you that for sure.
Thing that this doesn't work. As a dystopian future of everyone plugged in, overstimulated all the time, never turning it off in their own little isolated universe.
At the gym is fucking wild. This is I would be fucking pissed. I'd be like, hey bro, you done with that set? Let me get that machine. Go fucking jack off in the shower. Motherfucking weird ass boy.
Seemed like a nightmare Black Mirror situation that was dawning on all of us. As if you think you're already addicted to your phone, constantly scrolling and watching videos, can you even imagine how addicted you would be with your own perfect universe created around your own tastes? And it seems like the failure of the Vision Pro shows that the public generally rejects this idea.
I think it's just too clunky. I think I don't know. I just clicked. Whoops.
The Vision Pro was gonna be.
Let's look at the comment section below. But before we do that, I do want to address the point that, like, AR will eventually. We'll get to a reality one day where we're playing video games like it's Player Ready One. Or Ready Player One. I just think that's bound to happen. Like, it can't be stopped. That's gonna happen. It's been put into so many people's minds. And it's honestly like a dream to, like, experience, like, their favorite games like that. Goodness gracious, I have hiccups right now. But the technology is not there. And also, like, those, I imagine, whatever it is, a unit, goggles, whatever, however the technology is, whenever it actually works, when you are actually, like, immersed into a game, like, somehow it's gonna tap into your like brain or something, or your spinal cord. I don't know, your sensory or something. I don't know, but it's gonna be something that you want to play at home, right, where you're laying down, like Sword Art Online. It's not gonna be something you're gonna want to walk around and play at the same time. That doesn't make any sense at all. It just doesn't. So yeah, the whole business model is so questionable. Moon never fails to criticize scammy products while doing sponsorships for scammy companies. Raycons are debunked many times. They are overpriced. E-waste. Oof. I completely forgot that this existed until this video. Yeah, I did too. I also thought they were $800. $3,500 is fucking insane. $35,000 for it. That's why it failed. When it comes to Apple, people never expect them to cut corners, buddy. They're releasing the same damn phone since iPhone XR. No, there's been some updates to the phones, because I have a lot of generations. I keep my phones, but oh shit, that was loud. But the last model was definitely the exact same. It's notorious. So yeah, that's the video. Shout out to Moon. Go give it a like. Go give him a sub if you're not following him. He does some amazing work. He really does. So I don't know what else to talk about with this subject, really. I do want to check out the Raycon, or not Raycon, Jesus. The Ray-Bans version of their VR goggles, or glasses, I guess. I remember Snapchat had some kind of AR, VR glasses back in the day. And they were it was a scam as well. It was nothing. It was just a gimmick, right? And those looked kind of similar. So yeah, you might see me react to one of those videos in the near future. Also, go check out the channel while watch some of the older videos that I've posted, or maybe newer ones. Sometimes the videos don't get pushed out through the algorithm, so there's probably a couple of videos you haven't seen that might intrigue you. But definitely hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. This doesn't happen without y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.